up, bust down, max up, bust down, seal up, break it down, weigh it up, bust it down, open up, seal up, then up. This a buzz down. Got it in the old name, the buzz. We don't even hear, we just buzz down. Got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down.
This is the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team getting set to match up with a very formidable opponent. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. And you look at their guys coming in, they appear to be fired up and ready to go. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one.
The one thing we know about playoff basketball, expect the unexpected. How many games come down to the wire, or a performance off the bench, or even a big shot at the end? Every night holds something different, and that's why we love this game so much.
4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, there you have it. The defense just took notice of this young player on that previous shot. Guarantee you they won't leave him open next time.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Rises for the slam.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. Steven Adams with a piece. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Dirk Nowitzki. Aldridge. Beyond the arc for 3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. Second of 3 is good. 3 for 3. Nice. OKC ball. Paul to Adams. Here's Nowitzki down low. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
Lets it fly from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Adams. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Paul with it up top. They trail by 2. Deep right corner, Nowitzki. Shot no good there by Gallinari. LaMarcus Aldridge with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc and knocks it down.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Now Adams down low. Steven Adams with the slam. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. To Murray. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. And he connects on the first free throw. And he hits the second. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Over to the right side. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. DeRozan with the basketball. 12-6, our score. Not that time. Over and back. Paul matched up with DeJounte Murray. They go down low to Dirk. To Korver. Fires the three. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
That's how you defend. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Korver. Off the assist.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Murray with the basketball. Leads three. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. The follow won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Here's a chance from long range. Steps out and hits.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
The Thunder have the possession. Here comes the screen. Take stock of the floor. Paul to Korver. For three. He buries it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Now a whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a... Paul. Nice pass to set things up from long range. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
4-3. That's good D. Shot no good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Danilo Gallinari at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. To Murray. Beyond the arc for three. Message received. Well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
That's the end of one here in game number 3. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we... to Schroeder.
Hey, double screen.
Trying to cash in. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Rudy Gay. DeJounte Murray. Lets it fly from long range. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all three at the line. Thunder with the basketball. To Nowitzki. Korver. Defense, making the ball handler work. Goes to the left side. Paul, no good. To Murray. Has a chance, and he scores on the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Paul into the front court. His guys up by 15. Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, good offense beating good defense.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And counted at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Korver. Paul, defended by Jakob Poeltl. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't do much better than that. Kyle Korver misses the shot.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Ball's tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. Time to shuffle things up. After the tie-up, let's see who can retain it. And scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Gets it in the right corner. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
DeJounte Murray, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Lead is 12. And scores. Strong take.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
DeRozan with it. His guys can hold for the final shot. Fires the three. First one, count it. Second and three, got it. And he hits all three free throws. From the painted area, won't go down. 20-footer at the buzzer. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios.
The Thunder will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Spurs were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Bench points.
The San Antonio Spurs aren't getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
Danilo Gallinari has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Slams it down, and boy, that was a lot to navigate.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Paul across the timeline. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. It's corralled by San Antonio. To Murray. It's no good. Great defense. Adams. Down low, Gallinari. The monster stuff.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Murray with it. Trailing by 15. To DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. Here comes the screen. Paul matched up with DeJounte Murray. San Antonio with the basketball to DeRozan. Here's a chance from long range, and that's rebounded by the Thunder. To Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Now Paul with the basketball. His team on top by 13. Jakob Poeltl pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
LaMarcus Aldridge. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Spurs in possession. DeJounte Murray matched up with Paul. For 3. Not that time. DeJounte Murray forced that one up. Jakob Poeltl swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Aldridge. It's a big finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Nowitzki. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Here's Schroeder with it. The lead stands at 9. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Nice pass to get things going.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Probing the defense. Curling inside. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Paul with it up top. It's a 9-point lead. Driving right to the basket. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Andre Robertson's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 46%. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Mills in possession. His guy's down 11. From long range, knocks it down in the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm. And that's what we saw.
And he adds the free throw. Oklahoma City ball. Paul sizing up Bellinelli. Has a look. Shot by Paul. No good. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
Paul into the front court. Leads 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Well defended. Tough shot for Patty Mills.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Trey Lyles rejects it. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Nerlens Noel at the line for 2 shots. Not the best career mark, 62%. First one goes down. 2 for 2 on that trip. San Antonio ball. 4-3. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Mills in possession. His guys down by 9. To Rudy Gay. Beyond the arc for 3. He looked like he was buried, but the man from down under hits the 3.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Paul. Down low, Gallinari. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Paul across the timeline. Up by 6. And a throwdown.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Ooh, Chris Paul. 4 out of 7. He gets it. Third quarter comes to an end. The Thunder with the lead. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
To Schroeder. Screen coming. Schroeder guarded by Murray. Paul guarded by Bellinelli. Trying to cash in. Shot by Paul won't go. To Murray. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Schroeder. Down low, Noel. Slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Lets it fly from long range, no good. That's great defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Schroeder with the basketball. Up 5. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Both teams. Paul to Adams. Has a chance. Shot by Adams. Off iron. No. Right now, San Antonio's possession. Patty Mills. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Well defended. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Count the basket at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Dirk Nowitzki. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And he finishes at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Now Paul with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Great feed. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense to Adams. Here's Nowitzki, down low. Shot from the lane, won't go. Trey Lyles, huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Fires the 3, now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball, let him prove that it wasn't the D, it was more in his own head.
To Nowitzki. Trey Lyles sends it away. And that one out of bounds off his spur. Paul. Offensive board. The follow won't go either. Big man, Steven Adams. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Oklahoma City's got it. Paul to Adams. From the painted area, won't go down. Sizing up the defense. Fires the 3. Man, that was a tough shot.
You know what I love about this kid, Ed? His eyes never once wandered to where the defender was. They stayed fixated right on his target, the basket. That's why he's a prolific shooter.
Nowitzki, that's playing with fire. Dirk Nowitzki knocks down the wide-open Jag.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Paul with it up top. His team on top by 8. Trying to cash in. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
For 3, buries it.
Look, the reality is some players have it and some players don't. There's a reason why they call him the one.
Thunder with the basketball. The drive right to the basket. Trey Lyles sends it away. Good victory here for the Thunder. They moved in front of the series 2-1 as they head to an elimination game in Game 4. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew.
The Thunder emerged victorious after a tight finish. And it's surprising. We got such a competitive game when they hit so many threes. But they did what was necessary to finish it off. Check out the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Spurs just couldn't close this one out. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. the guys who put up the most points for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Danilo Gallinari seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Wait, baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Wait, baby girl, what you doing? What's your name? I ain't play no games. See these diamonds in my chain. Yeah, I took it to the and she for the fame. So I in my range. Ooh, get that money to the top, never stop. That work, ooh, but I'm the man. Cuban diamonds dance. Had a friend, I might put it on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Wait, baby, wait. Hop up in this race. No, this not a date. This a cruise, but don't debate. Wait, it's getting late. Think it's past 8. To my place, baby, me like some. Wait, call Jake. Think I need the face. I need to take a break. Wait, but don't be cool. Money stupid blue. Boyfriend is a fool. I'm trying to make you comfortable. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram.
Johnny from Handle Life, the one filled it up last night, getting bucket after bucket after bucket. Let's check it out. Highlights. That's not just talent. Scoring like that takes a lot of practice. Coach dribble too much, and I'm out.